Rockies, Denver, Colorado for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. First carry for Devontae Booker. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
First carry for Amir Abdullah. Fighting his way through contact. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Shorty. Here we go. Lion.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
There we go. Back, back. 120. Great, great. Run, run. Rip, rip. Black, black. Come on.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line.
Go, go.
The give is to Bell. Nifty move. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Go, go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Black, black, black. Black, black, come on. Black, black, come on.
On play action, it's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Sunday, Sunday. Here,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 21. 4 down, tag 53. Stay 50, stay 50.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Over the middle is Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch there for Thomas. It's a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, 22. Zebra. Hey, give me radar. Hey, give me radar. Middle, let's go. Tag 53.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Stafford. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Here's Stafford. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Amir Abdullah, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Wentz, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Eluding the pressure right, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that in. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Samson Ebukam coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stafford on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Stafford. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Stafford on 3rd down. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Play action. Now Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Lose 5-7. Lose 5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Le'Veon Bell as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Green's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's Bell, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Bell. Bell sheds him off, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 34 yards there and a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Double, set. Ready. 10. 4 down.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford dancing to his left. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
82, 82. Rip. Black.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 357. 81.
Wentz going to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An Eagle 1st down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Hang in there now.
Wentz now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Hang in there now.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here? Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot. Here's a give to Bell running left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Unable to corral him, he fights through. You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception. After the interception, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Vontaze Burfict in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Being chased out left. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
On the ball. Black, come on. Good chip.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Shorty. Let's win.
Back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Sunday. Grade 15. Over here. Run.
36. Back to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
We're good.
Here's Bell, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Elliott good on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One last throw here for Stanford. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints.
We coming, man. Good guys, man. P&V. Skirt, skirt. 15, when I saw my first 100 bins, got my first 100 bins and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man.